Guys, what's going on? Today is Friday, and I normally have a video for you guys. Unfortunately, I had a lot going on this week. My daughter had her belt testing with Taekwondo. She had a school project. She had some reports that she had to type up. I had to get to the gym. It was just a jam filled week. So the editing that I had for the video didn't get accomplished, but I'm going to provide that for you here in the next few days. So you will either see a video this weekend or the early part of next week, and then I'll have a video next Friday as well. So another thing that I'm into right now is writing articles. I've been writing a number of articles to include an article that was published on the Daily Caller. That's something I'm extremely excited about. So if you guys are interested, you probably can just Google, let's see, I think the title is The 7 Mistakes of Long Distance Shooting, and the article should pop up from the Daily Caller. So yeah, doing live. We're gonna go live. We're just gonna do it live, right? So we're gonna do it live. I'm gonna talk about something here real quick, and then I'll come in and look through the live chat. So for you guys out there who are jumping in on the chat room, thank you so much for jumping in. I sure do appreciate it. I'm going to try to keep this condensed as much as possible. But the topic that I wanted to dive into is we're starting to see something that is extremely disturbing and something that I am very worried about in light of things that happen in El Paso. Notice that we don't talk about Ohio anymore. You guys notice that? Not anything's really being brought up about Ohio, but we sure are talking about El Paso because of what Walmart did in their corporate policies and how they're changing to create a safer environment, blah, 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 right? They're not doing anything to make a safer environment because they're still selling alcohol. They're still selling tobacco. They're still selling kitchen knives, hammers, hatchets. They're selling all these other things that are used far more to kill far more people in a year than ammunition, right? So, but what I wanted to get into was a article that I was sent to me from a good buddy of mine who runs the KS gun community, the Kansas gun community. So thank you so much for texting that. And it was Amazon deletes hundreds of items after senators criticize assault weapon accessory sales. So here again, we have government or media pressure on corporations to limit our access to items for this rifle right here. There's nothing wrong with this rifle. This rifle right now isn't going to do anything to anyone, right? It's the individuals who are causing the havoc and mayhem. Those are the people that are responsible, not this right here. Because those individuals who want to cause harm and mayhem are going to find a way. If they don't have this, they're going to find a way to do it, right? So let's get into what Amazon ended up doing. Basically, on August 6th, there was an expose written in the Washington Post, I believe it was. And I'm going to look at my notes here because I have it all pulled up. Yeah, it's the Washington Post. And the article states that Google and Amazon list gun accessories for sale, an apparent violation of their own policies. And, you know, they're private organizations. They can do whatever they want. But Google is now, I would say, almost a utility at this point. Right? It is something that is a common slang term. We don't research anything anymore. We Google it, right? So the thing that I really am bothered on when it comes to the Google side of the house is the fact that they are changing their search algorithms to show you things that they want you to see. If you go over to Bing, it doesn't matter. You search something on Bing, and whatever's the most searched item or the most trafficked link, they're going to have it. The second most trafficked link is going to be the second one. Whereas Google, and they have proven this with the 2016 election, was diverting people to specific articles and stuff, right? So they are controlling the information that you are seeing. So much so that they banned the search results for bump stock after the Las Vegas shooting. But let's get to Amazon. What did Amazon do? Well, Amazon basically, we know everything about Amazon. They sell thousands of items, right? And what had happened was, in this expose, Washington Post called Amazon out for selling assault weapon accessories. So right after that, a senator from New Jersey, let's see, Senator Robert Menendez from New Jersey. And for anyone who lives in New Jersey, I apologize that you have to live in a state that restricts your freedom the way it does. But they reached out directly to Jeff Bezos and basically demanded them to stop selling items like the Butler Creek 25 round ammunition clip, is what they called it. It's actually a 25 round magazine. And other such items. So what did Amazon do? They went through and found every single item that had AR-15 or AK-47 in the title or in the SEOs, and they deleted it. So there's a few hundred products that were deleted. Now, there was once a time on Amazon where you could buy this. This is a quad rail. It's I believe it's a 9-inch quad rail. I bought this for my second AR-15 that I ever owned. It was just a standard kind of M4 style AR-15. I wanted to get rid of the A2 sight, and I wanted to do a free floating rail on it. So I went to Amazon and I bought it. I bought it in 2012 prior to Sandy Hook. So you could buy stuff like this. After Sandy Hook, it took a lot of that stuff down. That's understandable. I mean, they can do that. They're a private organization. But now they've gone through and they've taken things down like an AK front sight post adjustment tool. That item has nothing to do with the proposed lethality of a weapon. It's not an accessory that you attach to the weapon to make it more lethal. It's mind-numbing, the ignorance that people have when it comes to firearms and the lies and the misinformation that they spread. And that's the piece that really, really bugs me about this, because Walmart stopped selling items because of emotion. Now, Amazon is falling prey to the same logic. Something bad happened, so you need to get rid of this. No, they don't have to do it. They don't have to do that. I mean, hey, Amazon, great. You just stop selling these items. Guess what? You're creating a void for another company to come in and fill that void. Companies like Brownells, Palmetto State Armory, a number of different websites that are out there that sell a whole bunch of different stuff, and good for them, good for those companies that are standing by our inalienable rights to self-preservation, self-protection, and allowing us to freely choose the items that we feel will best protect ourselves, our family, our property, our livelihood, right? That is the biggest thing that really bothers me about this. When it comes to the memorandum that was sent to Jeff Bezos, like I said, Robert Menendez sent the memorandum to Jeff Bezos, but you probably won't be surprised to who also signed on to that letter in presidential candidates of Cory Spartacus Booker, right? Kamala, I used to be a prosecutor and don't know anything about the law, Harris. And then Amy Klobuchar, which I don't know who that person is. No, I know who that is, but they're so she is so far behind in the polls, along with Ms. Harris, that they're non-contenders. Matter of fact, all three of them are non-contenders right now. The Democratic nominations either going to go to Elizabeth Warren or Vice President Biden. That's who it's going to boil down to. So you have a old rich white woman or an old rich white dude that's going to be the Democratic Party, candidate. I think it's completely ridiculous, but that's a side thing. So that's the point of this. The point of this is the fact that I am extremely disturbed that people are applying pressure to corporations to do their bidding. And if they don't like it, then they're going to go shop somewhere else. Well, guess what? Go shop somewhere else, because the people who are actually going to that store, whether it be online or brick and mortar, are going to continue to go to that store if they continue to sell those products. Right? If not, those people are just going to go to the next store that will sell it. They're going to create a vacuum and it will be filled, because as free markets go, see a need, fill a need. I hate to use that as as the motto here, but that's what it is. So what can we do? Right? I'm not saying to ban, to boycott Amazon, right? Because I have a lot of Amazon products in my description. Luckily, none of my products have been triggered, and those products are products that I buy, products that I suggest, products that I'm saving to buy. And I'm lucky in the fact that those products have not been messed with. So at the end of the day, like I said, the people who are triggered or upset about these products being sold on Amazon or in Walmart, these are not the people that are buying those products. So they're not losing anything by appealing to those people, right? That's the thing that really bothers me, is other people who are concerned about something that would never buy that product in the first place are now dictating to corporations of what they should and should not sell to people. And that is an injustice, because we have inalienable, and like I've said, we have inalienable rights, right? These are rights that are bestowed from us, from our Creator, whomever you believe that to be. And the Constitution is only there to put it in writing. And the government is beholden to the Constitution to uphold those inalienable rights. That's the point. And for corporations to say, you know what, nah, your right to whatever is less important than these people's feelings, is absurd. It's absolutely absurd. So what can we do, right? That's the whole point. There's no reason to boycott Amazon. There's no point in it, right? Because at the end of the day, it achieves nothing. What we can do is be vocal, all right? We hear about the vocal minority. Well, that's what we need to become. We need to become a vocal, a voice that is heard from the top of the mountains, to continue to preserve our rights to self-protection. The government is not going to do it. Police are not charged with your protection. Government and police are there only to enforce laws. That is it, right? Now, as a human being, a police officer should be looking to protect a person's livelihood, but they're not obligated to, right? They're there to enforce the law, period. All right. So we need to be a voice. How do we be a voice? We have constructive conversations with people on the other side of the aisle, right? We remove our emotion out of the whole thing, and we talk about things in a light that will not only educate both sides of the aisle, right? Because obviously we have a lot of information that we can share to disprove a lot of the misinformation. And we need to get that across to people who believe the misinformation, like the idea that there are explosive ammunition, right? I have a family member who believes that there is military style ammunition. And I'm like, well, geez, I really wish I would have had that while I was, I don't know, in the military and in Iraq. That would have been very helpful at the time, or Afghanistan. But so we need to have constructive conversations. That's number one. Number two is we need to start supporting the people who are out there being activists for the Second Amendment. This weekend, I am going to be at my state's capital, and I have been invited to speak on ensuring that our state stays free of red flag laws, right? It is supposed to storm, it is supposed to rain all weekend long, and I'm going to be there in the rain, prepared to speak. I don't know if they're going to cancel it, but I will be there ready to speak. And I hope to share the experience that my family has with losing family members to a mass shooting. And the reason why we still believe that it was the person's fault, not the tool, right? So we need to do that. Be active. Support the people who are speaking. If there is a rally near you, go there and be a part of it. And finally, we need to support organizations that are taking the legal fight to state and federal courts, right? So we're talking about the Firearms Policy Coalition. We're talking about the Second Amendment Foundation. We're talking about Gun Owners of America. And if you are a supporter of the NRA, continue to support the NRA. Whether you like it or not, they're one of the biggest organizations out there. I'm not getting paid to say any of that by any of those organizations, but I am a member of all four of those organizations. So those are the areas that we can really make a difference in. And we cannot be benign. We have to push hard on this, because if you guys have been watching the news, there is a lot of legislation getting thrown into the House and the Senate, and will probably end up on the president's desk here pretty soon. We have kind of a small win this week with the president delaying talks on extended background checks, but I'm not very hopeful of that. Guns and Gadget, he's been putting out a lot of videos here this week talking about some of the new proposed legislation. So be mindful of that. That is all I have to really talk about. I hope you guys really enjoyed what I brought to you guys. Maybe shared some news with you guys. So this is gonna kind of conclude my topic on Amazon, and I'm going to go over to the chat room and see what you guys are saying. I am, if you guys want to click off, that's fine. But I did see that the very first comment from Space, or S Pace, I don't know, is it Space or S Pace? I don't know. He says that Colt stopped selling ARs to the public, may as well become government owned. I will never purchase another Colt product. That is correct. I think it was either the beginning of this week or last week, Colt came out and said that they are no longer going to sell the AR style weapons to the general public, and that they are changing their business model to focus on government contracts. So that means that Colt now is becoming basically, just like Pace said, a government-owned factory when it comes to their rifles. I think that is the wrong way to go about it, but it's their business. If that's what they want to do, that's fine. I have a Colt LE 6920. It's never been shot. I don't know if I will shoot it, but I bought it on the cheap about a year ago. I mean, I got it. It's a carbine version, 16-inch barrel. I got it to kind of commemorate the M4 that I carried in Iraq. This right here is my newest build. I just built it this week. This is to commemorate the rifle that I carried in Afghanistan. But this one's a Palmetto State Armory. I would have liked it to be a Colt until I found out about what's going on with Colt. But yeah, so there you go. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up. My brother did text me that yesterday, and so a lot of people jumping in there and saying, "Hey, what's going on with this?" So thanks for there. So S Pace, good to see you. Dan Booker, good to see you. Weston, how you doing? Let's see. Rebels Retribution. Yeah, it's Friday live. Yeah. Todd, the Grim Reaper. What's going on, guys? Good to see you. Silent Bull, watching at work. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for watching at work. I really appreciate that. That's pretty freaking cool. Let's see here. Hey, Adam, thank you so much for the $5. I'm actually looking at this through StreamYard, so the super chats don't necessarily pop up, but I do see $5 there. If I miss it, I do apologize. This is a new system I'm trying to figure out for live chats. So hooty hoo, good to see you. So let's see. Adam says, how's it going here? Take $5 for your hard work. And where is the G3 review? It is coming. It will be posted next Friday, maybe. I am hoping to get to the range this weekend. It's supposed to rain and storm. If the rain is not too bad, I will get out to the range. I have a couple more clips that I want to film with the GF3, and then I will have that out. So hopefully next Friday. Yeah, so there we go. Right. Hooty hoo. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, we want the G3 review. No, not G3. Wait a second. G3. No. Time out. We're not doing a G3 review. Okay. That's the bottom line. I'm done with Taurus. I said that on Monday. I'm done with Taurus. Okay. I'm not doing any more Taurus reviews. Okay. I can't. Number one, I can't handle the trolls. Number two, I'm not going to support a company that supports arms dealers. All right. That's the end of it. Now, I thought you guys were talking the GF3 from Palmetto State Armory. I'm going to finish that this weekend, hopefully, and have it out next week. Judd, good to see you. WW Clay, hey, man, good to see you. Honestly, if they want to take guns, they want to fight. Yeah, that's pretty much what they're saying. So, yeah. Oh, by the way, gun sales are up. I don't know if you guys know that or not. They are up by like 12,000 sales from previous months. So there's that. Alaskan Ballistics, say, yeah, another anti-company. Yeah, we knew Amazon was anti-gun anyway, but yeah, history is repeating itself. Yep, absolutely. Fate of Empire. Yeah. Let's see. Bezos spends $1.6 million a year on armed security forces to protect himself at all time. But they don't do a really good job about his emails, I guess, because he had a whole bunch of his adulterous emails posted in either the Washington Post or the New York Times, one of the two. Didn't work out so well for his divorce. Abandoned Gmail. Yeah, I wish I didn't have a Gmail account. It's just too hard. I've got everything integrated with my YouTube channel through Google. So, yeah, get back to work, to Grim Reaper. Thanks, bud. Goes the same way as Walmart. It seems to me the same deal. We go to our industry-specific vendors or local shops. Absolutely, support your local shops. Absolutely. I saw that Todd Schmidt talked about Ryko Gunworks. Ryko Gunworks is local to me. I support my FFL in the town that I work in. Flying Monkey Gunworks. I support them. They're my FFL, locally owned, dude. I could send my stuff to like Academy Sports or something like that, but I won't. I could buy something through Academy Sports, but I really don't. What I do is I buy it online, have it shipped to my FFL, do my 4473 to make sure that my background check is all done, and then obviously keep everything legal. Yeah, so Uh, the way I see DuckDuckGo is no better. They barred Kiwi farms. They are going to do the same thing, but not in the open about it. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, Todd. According to the article, they're talking about the a magazine that you could buy on Amazon. And yeah, I knew that Amazon stopped selling magazines like decades ago. So Bureau of Propaganda, right there. Bureau of Propaganda, Brownells. Let's go. Spartacus. Yep. All righty. I'm trying to just kind of scroll through. Hey, Mario, good to see you. Mark, good to see you in there. John, thank you so much. Philo, good to see you. It's funny, Scott, man. Kamala, I had an affair and swapped with my boss, Harris. Wow. Later, Todd, or later, Mark. Good. Thanks for swinging in. And Tyler Murphy, good to see you. Elk Hunter, what's going on? What I find mind numbing is that only 5% of gun owners belong to a 2A group. Absolutely great point. And actually, I'm going to steal that from you and I'm going to put that into my speech this weekend. So that's a really great point. Read John Glubb, Fate of Empire. It's a 24-page PDF essay. You can listen to it on YouTube. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Let's see. Scorpion. I don't know if I want to do a scorpion. I've shot one. It's fine. Let's see. Scrolling through. Hey, Cyclops. Good to see you. All righty. Proud Navy Dad. Right on. Terminator T3000. Good to see you guys. All right. Elks Hunter says, bought my first Colt in 1974. This has been Colt's standard business model for decades. Big contract equals no civilian sales. When the contract runs out, they begin selling to civilians again. Well, and that's pretty interesting because Sig Sauer just won another contract with the U.S. Army to replace their M249 and the M4 with 6.8 caliber weapons. The saw, the M249 that SIG is introducing looks exactly the same, but basically chambered in 6.8, and their M4 is mainly the same thing as their as SIG's M4s go. But I guess it's kind of like they're actually a lot more similar to the HK416, but they have a side charging handle on the upper receiver, which I think that's a good addition. I think I would like to see more side charging upper receivers with retractable charging handles. I think that would be a lot easier instead of pulling the rifle away from your shoulder to charge. You can have it right here and charge it that way, so you're not breaking that, which is a really great point. So that is really all I got this time, guys. It's I went almost half an hour here, so it's a little bit longer than I would have liked, but yeah. Links down in the description below if you guys are interested in supporting the channel. I do imagine that this video will be demonetized. All of my videos are demonetized from the get-go until I request a review, and then only about half of them that get remonetized. So please comment after this is done, and in the share, please like the video and then share it with your friends. If you can, share it on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever share it with their friends. It really helps out the algorithm and does great for the channel and trying to grow the channel as well. So Matthew jumping in there, just tuned in. I will say Amazon and other companies are continuing with Obama and the deep state plan of Operation Choke Point. Yep. Just because he's out of office doesn't mean it doesn't have an effect. Very good. R. Allen saying they are still going to sell guns. or handguns. Yeah, Walmart. Yeah. Um, and then 6.5, yes, Colt will still sell handguns, right? And then 6.5 is way better than 6.8. um, that's a shame. Yeah, eh, to each their own. I'm sure there's arguments either way, but with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys for hanging out with me over your lunch period. That's pretty cool. If you guys are seeing this after the live chat, thank you for watching the rerun. You guys rock. Thank you for all the supports. And if you're interested, I've got these shirts right here. This is the AK. That's the AK Fit and Fire bolt face. I have those over at Ballistic Inc. Link in the description, all that jazz. Thank you guys. Have a great Friday and a wonderful weekend. Be safe. And as always, keep calm and carry. See you guys later. Bye, y'all.